A good support system makes all the difference in recovery.
Christy Spooner and Carrie Simonson from First Step Recovery are here to tell us what families need to do when their loved one is going through recovery. Good morning, you guys. Thanks for being here.
Good morning.
Sometimes, I mean, it's obviously difficult for the person going through recovery, but a lot of times you talk to family members and their anguish is just as deep, if you will, and troubled. So if you're a family person, how do you deal with this?
Well, at First Step Recovery, we have a family program that we offer to family members that are in treatment at First Step. We teach them about the disease of alcoholism. It's a family disease. It affects everyone. We help them learn how to take care of themselves and support the family member without enabling them.
And I think, you know, I appreciate that you talk about the impact that it does have on the family, because sometimes I think families get forgotten. It's sort of, if we just send the person to treatment, when they come back, everything will be okay, and that really isn't the case. They often have as much damage emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, as the person who's using substances.
Well, the thing that I see too for the family members is that it's so, there's such little control. Like, you're trying to do everything you can to help and nothing changes, and you're just like, oh my gosh, what do I do, right?
Right. And I think that's where a lot of times when family members come in, they really are exhausted, they're worn out, they're used up, they're angry. And so what Carrie talked about is we focus a lot on education. We focus on helping them understand the difference between enabling and helping. Because oftentimes family members have really literally tried everything they can think of to help people get well. And it's just not working.
So at what point are you guys seeing people come in for this First Step Recovery? I mean, is it when it becomes dangerous for them? Is it, you know, early intervention? What are you guys seeing most in our area?
All different. People come in after they've had legal troubles. People are court ordered. People get drug tested at work and are sent to us. People are just broken and decide it's time. Some people come in and it's the first time they've ever even looked into the disease and are unsure if they even have it. Some of them have been through treatment 10 or 12 times and are still struggling to find recovery. So it's just anyone from, you know, any age, any walk of life. Sometimes family members bring them in. We have free information sessions, so if someone calls in and says they think they might have a problem, or they have a family member that they think that might have a problem, they can come in and they can visit with one of the nurses or one of the counselors and just kind of find out how to approach it, how to approach their family member, or they can get information on what we offer and how the whole system works to kind of help them be a little bit more comfortable in looking at their disease.
You both have mentioned enabling versus helping. What's the distinction?
One of the things that I talk to family members most about is the biggest difference between those two is in enabling, you are generally doing something that is somehow cushioning the impact of consequences. You are eliminating the consequences. And so when you are doing that in any way, you are enabling the person. It's oftentimes really a fine line between those two. And in some cases, families are sort of put in a spot where they almost have to enable. For example, if it's a spouse and they aren't paying the rent, and if I don't pay that, then what's going to happen to me? So we talk about there is no real black and white line there, that people have to discern what is that point for me? Where can I start setting boundaries? Where can I start putting limits in place? And so we have a very supportive group. Oftentimes people are very anxious about coming into family group, but usually within the first, few minutes that they're there, they start to realize that they're not alone, because that's the other thing. Oftentimes family members feel like they're alone. And so they find that there's a group of people just like them who have someone they love that's struggling with addiction. There's no judgment in the group. It purely is about being there for support.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that support when we come back after a quick break.